Thank you guys so much for taking the time. I'm very excited to have a familiar face, truly kind of an OG to our channel here with Naur, who's from Alvey Coin, the founder from Alvey, and now talking to us here today about the newest token to hit the ecosystem there, Balin Bank. And Balin is the token ticker. It's on Solana as well as Alvey Chain. They launched on Sol last, I guess, March 26th. Very successful launch, saw a lot of volume on launch day, which was great. And then they transitioned, they went live as well on Alvey Chain. So now currently multi-chain. Alvey Chain's launch was April the 3rd. It's done quite well. The liquidity is a little bit lower on the Alvey side, so just keep that in mind, although they have a bridge that's under development. So I'm excited to learn more about when that may be rolling out and how people are going to be able to leverage, the bridge in order to make a little bit of gains, but also how it's going to benefit the project to kind of get people into their own native chain. So yeah, really excited. I know Naur mentioned with regards to Balin, there's going to be a lot of information to digest. They're kind of looking to do something a bit outside the box here. It will take some time to build. I mean, you can't beat around the bush with that. Trying to build up a decentralized banking system will take time. But as we know, Naur, he grinds. He's definitely a hard worker, and one of the things I always respected about him, dating back to our time working with Alvey. So, he did do quite well with this. I think it was around 150K, 200K starting cap with Alvey, ran all the way up to close to 30 million, kind of in the peak of the bear. So really excited to see what Balin has in store, what you've been cooking up behind the scenes, and how, it's going to integrate into your baby, which you've been building out for over a year now with Alvey. So yeah, again, really excited to have you back, man. As I always say, make sure if you guys haven't yet done so, you are jumping into the community. You are really immersing yourself into like what they're trying to do. And this is for every project. If you tune into the AMA, that's phenomenal. But if you're not really joining the communities, doing that extra step of research, you are kind of selling yourself short. So yeah, really excited to have Naur here today. Make sure you're paying close attention, and I'm going to throw him the mic to kind of reintroduce himself and jump right into a couple of familiar topics, which is Alvey, as well as introduce us to Balin. So thanks so much, Naur. The mic is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me, Maurice. That's a real pleasure. I remember our first AMA was just before we launched Alvey Chain, and we did an amazing, I would say, climbing in a bear market at that time. Um, we started Alvey Chain with our own funds. We did quite well on the bull run at that time, so we decided to create something new, a new blockchain. So we built a layer one blockchain at that time. Well, meanwhile, we changed to layer two, and now we are sitting at layer 2.5. So Alvey Chain in 1 year and 8 months, closely to 9 months now, 1 year and 9 months, we actually did a lot of things. I'm going to give you a small introduction for those who are new in this AMA. Well, Alvey Chain is, I would say, not only our baby, but it's getting an age of 1.9 months. Yeah, so is getting a little bit. I would say in crypto age should be around 16 years old, or 18 years old. So uh, definitely we had a nice run. And what we built, starting with the chain, is the first blockchain on the layer one. And at the first blockchain, we didn't have any EVM, so it was kind of similar with Solana. But because we were new and we built everything as being decentralized, as many of you knows, that I'm a huge fan of DFI. Um, uh, we tried to build this ecosystem to be fully operative by normal people like me and you, and we didn't want anyone from outside as ventures, you know, and any kind of uh, centralized communities. Or at this point, I think we built a um, a strong community, yeah, and at a layer one that it was not that friendly with the EVM. We did had a lot of issues because people wanted to add the blockchain on the MetaMask. We needed the RPCs. We needed a lot of things. So we decided to switch from a layer one that was based on Bitcoin, yeah, on Bitcoin fees on at that point, uh, to do a fully switch on a layer two that we can actually adopt it to MetaMask to make sure that we can have smart contracts and other projects can be built on top of our chain. And our last update regarding the chain was exactly, I think, last year in Christmas time, because we worked on Christmas, and we actually update on a layer 2.5, and here we added something extra to the new chain. So we added the burn event. That means that we are not only proof of stake, but we are proof of burn as well. So every transaction on Alvey Chain is going to have a 30% that goes to be destroyed. So we create this hyper blockchain that allows the from the total supply with each transaction to be reduced. So this will create in the future demand over the coin. So we started on the wrapped versions on Binance Smart Chain on Ethereum, and now we're going to shift everything around our blockchain. So we listed our wrapped version because it was much easier and as well much cheaper, I can say, than the whole blockchain. We listed on different centralized exchanges. So I will start with Max, Gate.io, BitGet. I mean, there's a lot, almost 16 exchanges or something like that. So I don't remember all, but I remember that was quite costly at that time. So beside that, we do have another strong product that it's ready to be deployed as well. So we built the first virtual reality exchange. Yeah. So at this point, the traders, they don't need to trade in front of the PC. They will just need a headset. Now everyone knows about the MetaQuest headset or Apple headset as well, and the product is ready. We are trying for quite 1 month to add it on Oculus Store, because we're starting with Oculus. Oculus Store is Meta version of an app store of your phone, so you actually can trade everywhere in the world. You don't need a PC, you just need a connection of the internet. You need your VR goggles, and it's just ready to trade your favorite coins on different exchanges. Now, definitely, we have this wait for 1 month because on Meta side, we need just a little bit slightly to work on payment policies. And this is what actually took us a little bit of time to integrate it. But that will be the first exchange that is available on Oculus and on MetaQuest 3, and I saw that there's no exchange out there that actually did that. So again, we are the first that we put a lot of effort and patience, and I would say again, thanks to our community that support us, give us a lot of energy, power to continue and to work on it. And as well, along the way, we built our own chart, we built our own bridge. We built even 2 casinos on the chain, so people can play dice poker with their friends by using our coins on the main chain. We built strong partners as well for 1 year and 9 months now. One of our main partners and that we are working closely is Certic. We have as well Chainlink. If you guys know Chainlink, it's an oracle that we are working with them for quite a time now. I think it's almost 1 year. We've been invited last year as well. We've been invited to Chainlink, I would say, event in Barcelona where we had our own booth there. We meet a lot of people. We spoke with Avalanche, with Silo as well. We built this dev to dev, developer to developer communication and partnership after all, because it's really important to change ideas and to know how we can merge one with each other. We became slowly and steady. We became, we'll say, an example for others that are pursuing their dreams and they want and they believe in their own power to build something good for others and to build a strong project as we did and we are still doing with Alvey Chain. And now we wanted something apart Alvey, because we needed a strategy. We needed a way that we can attract people from other chains. So at this point, we decided 2 months ago, we decided actually to build something new on Solana and to have as well a bridge between Solana, Balin on Solana and Balin on Alvey Chain to allow people to make a smooth transition from one side and another. And now, for 2 weeks, I believe, Balin is live, is on Solana. And because we were new on Solana, we know that they are using other codes than the EVM. We knew that we need to do a burn. So this is quite a funny story. So the burn that we actually did, it was to send our LP directly to the incinerator, just like we used to do, like on I don't know, on EVM side. And when I'm saying EVM, I'm talking about all the chains that are using Ethereum virtual machine to operate. So we did that, and apparently we should do something else, but you know, we are learning, and we did Balin. Balin started around 300,000 market cap. At this point, we are around 2 million market cap. We did, I don't know how many X. In X, I'm not quite familiar how to do that, but other people knows better than me. So we reached around 8-10 million in market cap at launch. And then to keep afloat the line, I did myself a lot of buybacks because, you know, on Solana side, I heard that is needed. So this is the reason we are keeping a good line on the chart. And for people that were asking on the chat, hey guys, I can see that there's a lot of top wallets. Who those wallets are? Well, guys, are mine. So I'm looking forward to burn those coins, but I need a reason. So with every centralized exchange listing in the future, we are going to do a burning from those wallets, just to to make it more excited. And a Balin is a new concept because, as I said before, I'm a strong believer in a decentralized finance, and because we worked in the past, last year we worked with a lot of centralized banking systems, and we are still working with JP Morgan a little bit on the side. We saw that they do have kind of not totally corrupt system, but old system that is actually became to be corrupt. So on our side, we wanted to build our own banking system on DFI, and to allow people to just join without being necessary to go towards other centralized entities. So what we did, we built a Balin lending and borrowing platform, and we are connecting this Balin platform with actually credit cards, and we have an extra as artificial intelligence that actually allow people to have the right decisions. So this AI operates in a way that if you have questions and you would like to know if your own money that you are going to supply for others will have revenue on the actual pools that are inside an actual currency, he will go towards you and will redirect you which kind of pool you will use to make sure that you are profitable with your assets. So this is, I think, was the biggest challenge to connect the AI. We have the AI in test right now, and still we need to give him a lot of information to make sure that he gives the right tips to everyone. And at this point, what we did, I think we are so close to bring a new DFI project to people to use for their own good as a bank. The credit cards, we are working with a third party. So for the credit cards, we didn't want to be ourselves directly the issuer of it. So we are actually working with the same company that Baby Dodge issued their credit cards. So thanks to Baby Dodge, this is the best thing ever to have partners and to be able to move around much easier. So because of that, well, we are working with this this crypto company that issues credit cards around the world. Still, we do have some countries that are not allowed, but people from China, people from USA, from Canada, from other countries are really ready to use it. We are going to start with virtual credit cards first, because let's be honest, who's going to use anymore the physical ones? Yeah. So this is much easier. You can pay with your phone. You just need to add it to your wallet on iOS or on Android, and you can pay directly with crypto in your currency. When you are going to do this, because it's not that kind of simple, because we do have some taxes. Yeah. So you cannot just transit USDC, USDT, or Balin coins directly to your credit card and buy, I don't know, for a dinner with your family. Well, we do have 0.05 tax in your currency when you are going to use that, and it's extremely. I'm extremely pleased to let people know that we started already the onboarding on our bank. So if you like to have your cards issued with us, we are going to prepare a form, and eventually you are going to be onboarded much easier. But you need to
Now,
hold.
now, are
Yes,
you
sorry.
able to? I think you may actually have been going into the answer for this one, but do you have to hold a specific amount to qualify, or can you pay a specific fee to kind of get yourself one of these cards? What's the process? Is it free for, largest holders, or if you hold over a certain percent? Just trying to figure out, how the process works from holding to signing up, and if it is available for those who maybe aren't even holding Balin or Alvey.
It's a good question, Maurice. So, first of all, we don't require KIC for the credit cards. We believe that people can be transparent, and we are transparent. What we are asking is just to click that you have plus 18 years old. Yeah, we do this just to make sure that people are accessing our website, they will have more than 18 years old, so they can have the credit cards. Regarding the process, so we didn't establish yet because Balin, it's extremely new, so we don't want to ask people to hold probably 10 millions of coins or 5 millions of the coins. So we don't know yet. We need to make sure that our market cap is stable, and then we are going to make a position regarding how much coins they will need to have. The transition is extremely easy, so you will need just to have Balin in your wallet to pay, or USDT, or anything else from the bank directly if you like to link your card to the bank. And we saw something extraordinary. That, I mean, I'm not ashamed. I just want to share that definitely others had, other people, other crypto project had this pattern as well. So we took it as an idea. So I'm looking at crypto.com as an example. Yeah. So what they did, they have their own credit cards, and they let people to use, and they will need to hold a certain amount of their own coins, and they have different kind of withdraw amounts. Yeah, at this point we have a $5,000 withdraw amount. So to increase that, definitely they will need to stake the Balin coins into the app, and they can have a bigger withdrawal by using other coins, or they can have different VIP treatments on in Dubai, or if they're going I don't know, overseas. But again, this is thanks to the company that we are working with, and they show to us a lot of possibility and partnerships where we can integrate the card. So I believe we can do both, because in my side, I can see Alvey Chain and Balin as the same entity, as a brother and a sister working together for the greater good. So we will have definitely the unlock versions for WLV holders. We'll have unlock versions for, different kind of reduce payments, like minus 10% to a website, minus 20% on a website. I will give you an example. We worked with Travel Care. So Travel Care is a booking website where you can book your flights, you can book your car, you can book your hotel, and we integrated there Alvey Chain, WLV. Yeah. So with Balin, we want to have like the same system as they have. By paying with their with our coin, you can have um, um, much reduced service in cost. So definitely, we are going to ask if they would like to go with directly payment on Balin, or if they are going to use another coin as USDT or USDC. Then we will have our fee, because after all, our model is our business model is all the fees that we applied inside the credit card or Balin Bank is to keep to keep those money, and after 3 months we need to redistribute part of them to top holders. So this system that we are creating as a business model, this system we don't need to search for extra monies outside from ventures or I don't know, you guys name it, because people these days are doing a lot of financement from outside, but they are giving them coins in exchange. So we don't want to do this kind of OTC deals, and we are going to focus directly on the business model, on the platform, the credit cards, and everything that we operate inside. So by having this strategy, I think I think Dex Tools adopted this kind of strategy. So part of their part of their revenues on Dex Tools, they're part of them that just going to buy back and burn their coins, which I appreciate, and I would like to do that as well. So this being said, I think we need to start with the simple things, and then definitely when we have more track, we can decide how much we are going to have for holders, how much these coins in the holders' hands are going to be used inside the app, and the rewards that they will get. Now, because we are extremely new, we started like 2 weeks ago. We are preparing a staking with rewards in Sol. So if we did that as well on Alvey Chain, we did a lot of rewards in BNB last year. So we are trying to do this with Balin, so people can stake Balin coins and get rewards in Sol. I think it's really cool because people just love to stake. They know that with us they're on the right path, and this will give them a lot of excitement having Sol, and why not spend it with Balin or elsewhere. Everyone is free to do.
Love that. And I know I saw firsthand that like people were able to accumulate a good amount of rewards back under the Alvey umbrella previously, especially in 2022, maybe early 2023, when you guys really were seeing a good amount of volume coming through the ecosystem. So that being said, like, how are you gonna like what is kind of understanding the way, or just listening to what you're saying and piecing together how it seems to be set up. Balin's almost kind of like a more user friendly, like almost like a user friendly stepping stone into the Alvey ecosystem. It's kind of like it could be a first potential touch point with some of these value adds that you're giving to holders. So yeah, it's definitely these decentralized banking options are definitely um you know growing more, I guess, growing closer to realization. But the side thing that I'm curious about is, how does everything work from a like legal standpoint with the card providers, in terms of like uploading or refilling the amount of funds that you have on your debit or credit card. Just really trying to figure out how the process works, like especially like if you're in, for example, North America versus Europe. I know you guys do have a restricted country list that's published, but yeah, just trying to figure out exactly how people are going to utilize this, and like the debit card setup to kind of get their entry into the larger ecosystem you're building.
Yeah, just a second. I'm going to check directly all the countries that has been provided. By the way, the company that we are working with, the name of the company is Zypto. Yeah, and they are actually holding everything legal. This is the beauty of it, because we don't need to comply with any kind of legislation or any kind of um, uh, I don't know, future problems probably in that particular area, because start something from the scratch, and then later on to have ACC or FCA on your on our back, it's just put the process really in a slow motion. So we decided to rely completely on this company, and Zypto actually they are extremely good. I will go to going to and share with you the countries that we cannot have they cannot, I mean, participate in the global Mastercard. So I'm going to start with the first one, and then to continue until I finish. So the first one goes, it's Afghanistan, Albania, Belarus, Central Africa Republic, Cuba, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Libyan Arab, Jamariah, Mali, Myanmar, Nicaragua, North Korea, Russian Federation, Somalia, South Sudan, Sudan, Syrian Arab Republic, Tunisia, Ukraine, Venezuela, Yemen, and Zimbabwe. Those countries are forbidden. Yeah, so we we cannot provide for them this service, because again relies on Zypto, and they cannot use VPN as well, because if the app detects the VPN, it actually blocks the card directly, so it cannot be used. It's better to not try the tricks around it. So I think it will be much better. Yeah. On the Euro Visa approved countries, uh, I will I will go. I mean, there are a lot of them, uh, but I mean, on Europe side, we have just a second, because there's a lot of them. We do have Egypt, Fiji, Finland, France, Guinea, French Polynesia, Greece, Greenland. I mean, all the countries, unfortunately, besides, we cannot accept Ukraine. I know that is in Europe. So, and yeah, others that actually are not on the list. These services are relied as well when the user will jump into the app. They will need to click which country they are coming from, and the app actually is going to check the IP, and if they're using VPN, well, they can be even in a country that is accepted, but if they are using VPN on their phones, well, they can be directly removed. So I strongly recommend people that I would like to join to not use any kind of VPN. That would be lovely.
Okay, so like the flexibility now there's I mean it makes sense that it's you know restricted in terms of certain locations. I actually know the team from Zypto fairly well. We've worked with them kind of similar timelines like back to August of 2022. So we know those guys pretty well, and they use a white label solution through I believe it's Alliance Pay if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's I understand how that works pretty well. I mean, I've seen it used real life. Buck has one of their cards. You know, he's used it with me when we've been at the mall, when we've been at the golf course and stuff. So it works. I can attest to that. for sure. Now, I know the one change they did make, for anybody who's North American based resident, you can't upload the card from North America anymore, if I'm not mistaken, at least with, or maybe not North America, Canada specifically, sorry. North America
Okay.
is too broad of a term. But I do believe Buck was mentioning that they've made some changes to the uploading with regards to Canada, because he had said when his card ran out and he had to upload funds on it when he was traveling over in Germany recently.
All right, all right. Well, as I said, we are relying 100% on them, and I know that they are. Some of the team is based in Canada as well, so definitely they're going to to make some changes around it, because by being a user and be a Canadian, by you need to test your own product. So if they are working on it, I'm 100% sure they're going to find a solution. But yeah, Zypto, they started 2 years ago, and I think they're still holding Alvey coins, because I had a call with them 2 weeks ago to discuss a little bit about the process, and they said, I think I have a wallet with WLV, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they're really hardworking people. I really appreciate them, and I know that they're going to find a solution to Canada. But really happy to have this feedback from you, Maurice, regarding the payments and how fast it works. But again, this type of payments are a crypto, yeah, a crypto payment to wherever you like to go to spend around crypto, and to make sure that whatever you do, yeah, is directly responsible, yeah, not use crypto just I don't know, that I'll give you an example. I don't know, BNB is at $600, and you are going to spend one BNB, and tomorrow BNB will be like $1,000. So, spend it responsible. This is I'm trying to say, as well with Balin and as well with Alvey Chain, because we are going to integrate both inside, and people will be extremely happy. We are going to make a contest directly on that area, and to see what people are actually buying with our coins. I'm really, really excited to see what they're doing, what they're going to spend it.
No, and once you start to get those testimonials put out and people posting, I bought this, I bought that. It does kind of add that added word of mouth element, and you can kind of start building up your viral um, kind of profile for the use case of the utility there. So yeah, no, really, really solid. Makes sense. Now, the I guess the supply aspect, right? So, um, how are you, like, is there any deflationary mechanism built in to either Ballin or Alvey through the usage? Like, if somebody, for example, uses 10K worth of Ballin, is a percentage of that burned? How does like the token being spent or utilized through the utility kind of foster value to the ecosystem is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. So first thing first, I do have, as I said, some wallets that I'm trying to burn them. So I will need a motive. So we are going to do some challenges for those. And inside, as I said, we do have a percentage, a small percentage that we're going to take it from for the spendings and the using of the cards, and as well of the platform itself. So this percentage in coins, what we can evaluate right now regarding the stable coins, can be used directly to send it over to the top holders, and as well to make sure that those spendings um, um, that happens inside, we can share after 3 months and have a nice revenue for our top holders. and the percentage that we have in coins, most of them, I would say half, we're going to lock them up, because we do need coins in the future if we're going to a centralized exchange. Most of the exchanges are asking a lot of coins to get listed, and for the market makers as well. So for the market makers, you need normally USDT and coins to add it to an exchange as they require. And part of them we can burn to continue the burn of the coins to make it deflationary. Our chain is already deflationary by the codes, as we started with the Genesis. So the Genesis already implemented 30% of each transaction to go to the burn address. But on Balin, we need to take those coins from the circulation. So by charging the fees when everyone is spending or using the coins inside the app, half of them we are going to lock for future listings, because there's quite asking a lot a lot. We do know this, because when we listed Alvey in the past, we gave a lot of coins, we paid a lot, so we know how this thing works. And on the other side, I think the 50% go to burns. This will increase the scarcity over Balin circulation, and will bring much more positive attitude by having probably every month a burning event, and then to have a schedule when people can actually check in real time how much coins are burned in total. So we started with half of the supply, so we burned 4 billion from a total of 8 billion. And I burned extra, yeah, because we did a nice challenge inside our community, and they just wanted to see a live burning. So I did from one of my wallets. I'm still waiting another challenge to burn, and definitely I think it will bring a lot of happy people around to see this live. The burn, what we are using as a burn, we are sending the coins directly to the incinerator. So as an old school guy, we are doing this, so we know that normally people in Solana, they're using a website to burn, but we just knew about it recently. What we did so far, we sent all the coins to the incinerator. But I mean, we have more than 4 billion the coins that are actually there, and yeah, we're planning to burn even more.
Oh man, that must have been an interesting little process when that first happened, right? So it was probably, nerves were probably high, but glad everything got sorted out. And yeah, now you have a bit of a funny story to tell back to. So I'm glad that everything was able to be sorted out with that. I know it wasn't exactly how you wanted it to start. Probably added a little bit extra stress on your launch date, but I know, kind of looking back now, you have a funny story that you can tell out of it.
Oh yes, definitely. And by the way, if we are on the same path, I would like to share the new website. So what we are seeing here, it's actually Balin Bank. It's directly the DApp, yeah, that operates and how it operates. So at this point, the DApp operates inside BNB ecosystem. We are going to add Alvey Chain ecosystem. So you have the supply, you have the borrow, and in function of what you added in, you will have the API as well. Now we are building a new landing page to make it more attractive and more information for people that would like to check us out. Let me go a little bit through it. So assets to supply, so we can see here in real time, yeah, you can supply, you can withdraw, you can do whatever, you are free to do. You have the risk details as well are showing about the liquidation and the current LTV and everything, that it's really important for people to use it. We do have the borrow, so people can borrow money from Balin. Yeah, but you need to borrow, you need to repay after a while. So it's extremely important to know how it works. You can borrow USDC, USDT, DAI coins, and BNB as well. So it depends on you how much you supply. Yeah, to the chain. You can supply, you can withdraw, you can add collateral if you like. So we have all the risk factors that can allow a user to understand better how this thing works. And you can add, as an example, USDT. You can borrow BNB. You can go in BNB, then to use BNB whatever you like. Then you can come back. You will need to repay what you borrowed, and you can make a nice return. You can make return by supplying with USDT until you are getting back to repay. Yeah, because people are going uh, uh, to borrow from you directly, so your API will increase because of that. This system is a fully decentralized system to let everyone become their own banker. So this is how we call this inside. We're calling them bankers, because you are going to have the power over your own money. And as well, everyone who's borrowing from you is paying directly to you, and you are going to make a nice profit. Now, because this is like a point of view as a developer, everything looks like a dev. Yes, we do have some information. We have the light paper, we have the questions, we have the about Alvey Chain. Here we have Twitter, Telegram, and Dex tools. We decided to build a new interface where people can see it before they are jumping into the bank. So we built this so far, and here we have more explanation, a better vision over Balin, where we can see a better way of understandings about what we are building, much explanation, and a lot of them are animated as well to attract the eye. Yes. And we have a small token economics here. We have the explanation about the virtual debit card, the artificial intelligence as well. We have a roadmap that is ready for our users. And why not? Yeah, we can see directly Alvey Chain logo here in the corner, which it says directly that Balin is under Alvey Chain umbrella. So a much easier access. We have here two buttons. So first of all, the first one is for the light paper. The second one is directly to the bank. So when people are pushing this button, they are going directly here. So they are going to see, but it's a nice intro. And this way, people are going to see how fast the transition, after they understood what we built, they are going directly to the bank. And here at the bank, we have the credit cards, artificial intelligence as well. So it's much simpler, simple way how they can see their own rewards, and why not? They can check different aspects of how the bank operates. On the same time, we are going to add as well a leaderboard, just to make sure that we can have more and more projects that can join our bank, and we can list those projects to make it the much easiest way in how they can transit from I don't know, I will say a new project that just want to have this fast getaway. We're going just to add it there, of course, for a small fee. and then they can be able to use our credit cards with their communities. They can do a much easier way of payments solutions. And why not? They can lend or borrow. They can supply. And they can use the chain. Of course, we are going, but this is in mostly in the future. We're going to have as well a small bot just to make sure that we're going to show the people how much an address borrowed, how much they can track the whales that are using the bank actually. So it's much cooler approach, I would say.
In terms of, I think you mentioned 10K, or no, sorry, 5K is the limit, the max that can be interacted within the actual credit debit card ecosystem. That makes sense. You want to keep the limit smaller, reduces the complications, and essentially how many regulations you're going to have to follow, how much red tape or bureaucracy you're going to have to go through. So yeah, no, it makes sense. Now, I'm really curious about the actual platform, like the dashboard, like the actual portfolio management system, like if you want to classify it as that. Um, and like how you guys from the dashboard standpoint are integrate, and this is where like the AI from the branding comes in. Like how is the AI being built in and utilized to enhance the end user experience, like with suggestions and financial advice and stuff like that? How are you able to ensure accurate information and that it's actually personalized, because each user is going to likely have different requirements or maybe be at a different stage in their life. So yeah, that's what I really wanted to transition the conversation to next, more on the actual end user side and the internal features that are going to exist within the platform.
So on this side, let's start with the first question about how the UI will be like in terms of the credit cards, if I understood it well. So we're going to adopt our own UI, where actually our designers are going to build on the same mechanism as Zypto is offered to us. So we'll have same mechanism as they have under our own graphics. I mean, on the Balin graphics, I would say, and the user experience is really, because we want this to be smart adoption in a way, and the user experience wanted to keep it simple, to not give a lot of informations that are not right, because everyone knows how to use a credit card, and give a lot of information. People get confused most of the time. So I think the best way is to keep things simple. And when the things are simple, are the best. They just need to click few buttons. That's it. They will need to exchange from uh, I would say USDT to Balin, or Balin to Euro. They are going to do this at just a click of the button, and then the pool is just allow the swap, and they will get directly, if they like inside to have a Euro or just Balin, or if they like to switch to another coin, they can do that easily, because all those things, all those coins inside, they do have their own pools. So to not affect the current price and to not affect the market cap, we are preferring to keep it internally. So I'll give an example between Balin and Euro. We are going to add a pool with Balin and Euro, and we would like to let people use that pool. So by having their own pool, they will need to change at the same exchange rate that we have on the on our outside the credit card, but they can use it directly without affecting the current market cap. This is updated every minute, so I believe this will keep people away of doing these leverages between the app and I don't know, buying with Solana or buying with ALV on our chain. By having small delays, I think this is the best way, and having their own pools is actually the best way, where they cannot leverage one side and another, and they will be able to use just in that purpose as we required. So, and actually we build those credit cards. First, we are going to start to add inside as a small team, and with this inside, they will do this kind of exchanges first, and then the app that is they can be downloaded directly from the website, because it's an APK, it's a financial one. We don't want to into having any kind of issues on Android and iOS side. We just will need a green light from Zypto. When the Zypto team has a green light about the app and we are ready to go to launch it on iOS and Android, we can do it. But until then, we are going to work with an APK. So on the other question regarding the artificial intelligence, which I believe it's one of it was one of the most challenging things that we built so far. We kept things simple. So all the questions that people are asking, we are teaching the program ourselves. So we have a range of questions around the financial system, a fully DFI system, a fully crypto system. So when someone is asking, let's say, because you said very well there, let's say someone from 20 years old, they don't have much knowledge about, I would say, how to use this platform, or how to put money in BNB and get a nice return, I would say, in the same time. So how they will do that, it's actually it's how we are teaching the program to respond, and the program has access already to the internet, so they can pick up and filter different type of the questions, and they can help the user to understand from different DFI lending and borrowing platforms by what they did in the past, and how they can use our lending and borrowing platform, our banking system, in their own favor. So most of the questions that we saw on the internet, there were just how I can make more money with $1,000, something like that, because we checked along the way. So the program can actually redirect you to choose the better pool. Yeah. So by seeing the API, let's say the API is raised on USDT side, the program can redirect to there, and he can provide you information how to leverage that to be in your favor. Let's say he can say, listen, you can put $500 in USDT, and you will need a collateral of $500 with BNB, because he's checking other programs what it provides information on. Means that having access directly on the internet, you can see if a pattern is established on the BNB side, so he can be a winner on the BNB side as well by adding collateral. So when he repays, yeah, when he's doing this, he will not have any risk of being flushed, I would say. And this provides a lot of information, and definitely, I will not say 100% will be directly on the user on the user age. It will be mostly on the user question, because the question can there be a variable from so many points. And I think what we are trying to do is build the thing simple that the program can respond back, and not have a long wait of having this feedback, because this way the user can directly send a feedback, and he can send a general feedback. If he likes to know more details, the user, by seeing the feedback, is going to ask a better question to go directly to the root of the first one. So this way, the program is going to directly answer at his actual question. As I give the example with $1,000, well, the program can answer, as I said, 500 there, 500 to BNB. But if the user asks the question, yes, but what is the price of BNB in 1 week of time? Because the user wants to use his $500 in 1 week to trade coins and make profit. So the AI, the program, will direct him, because he has access on the internet. Will direct him directly to the core of his question. So by using technical analysis and different points of the internet access, he can see that probably in 1 week the price will go up slightly, they will go going down slightly. So he can make such of idea about where should he use a better his capital. Yeah, but the risk, we put it as a small, I would say, small information you can see on the circle, and we can have this as well, where people can click on it, and they can actually see it without doing all this process with the AI. This process with the AI is focused only on new people that they didn't use lending and borrowing platform, and on new people that they do not have knowledge, and they do not want to afford of I don't know, wiped out if the market turns against them or not. So it's extremely important to us to make the risks extremely small as well at the same time, because everything is risky in the crypto world, but we would like to downsize those risks with our platform and let new people that are joining in the crypto space to have a positive, I would say, a positive journey, and they can use all our products on the long run.
On Telegram, there we go. It was a little bit delayed. I don't know what's going on. My laptop just crashed, and then it took me a solid like 5 seconds to come off the mic on my phone. But with regards to the products, are you guys going to have specific tiers? Like, I'll relate it back to, Amex, for example. There's like the standard Amex card, and then there's also like the Amex Black card, and like there's different levels, different tiers, perks, benefits you're going to receive with each. So I think you touched on the inspiration being drawn from crypto.com a little bit earlier, maybe about 40 minutes ago in the AMA. And similar to them, is that what you guys are looking to do here with some of the maybe tiered benefits, holder benefits? I know you mentioned some of those IRL events, which is really cool. I think that coincides and fits well into that luxury kind of lifestyle that you see brands in the traditional financial world pursue with these, high-end cards and whatnot. So yeah, just kind of curious about how it's structured, how you guys are gonna, relate it back, and is it going to be done just based on holding, or are those perks going to come into play based on people participating in the staking program once it goes live, Noor?
So definitely, as I said, we've been inspired by crypto.com because I think they have a strong way how to do businesses with crypto, but definitely they do have some huge taxes. Well, on our side, our taxes are really low because we're looking to provide services on the long run, but we're looking as well um, um, to pay a decent salary to our team, not not to because we don't need actually that amount of money from taxes. We prefer to give it back to the community part of them, and as well to try and get back inside the project itself. So we are taking this example, but we're going to start with just one card first to see the demand, and then we're going to apply the staking. So on the staking side, to have the second card, virtual card, they will need to stake an amount of Balin, an amount of WLV, and then they will have on the side different I would say kind of um, access to other facilities. Yeah, let's see. I'll give you just an example. We did an event. We did our event on 8th December in London. It was an Alvey Chain event, and we discussed that with a representative from a trader company here in London. So actually, people, they don't know how to use crypto, and this particular company is extremely big. They are trading definitely gold, and but they are new in crypto, and they're like, how can I buy something directly from a platform, but I don't have I don't need to go to the whole KIC process. So by offering this service, I think it's really important to us to give this transition from point A to point B to someone that doesn't have much knowledge about crypto, and then they can check out with artificial intelligence and understand even better how it works. And by knowing how to buy Balin, how to buy WLV, and then to stake inside, to have other ways of using their coins, and to have access to an airport launch, to have access to a yacht party, to have access to, I don't know, different kind of things that people would like to do these days. As I said, I'm not very familiar because I'm always at home, but what I can saw from other projects, they are using this type of staking, but in return, they're offering the user the experience or having free entries to other things in I would say yacht parties, and you guys name it. So we're planning to use this idea inside, and we're going to start with just one card first, and then we're going to add the second one, the third one, depends on the way, seeing on the market cap, because we need to reduce if the coins go up and down. We need to reduce the amount to not have people stake for a long time, a lot of coins, and then to not be able to remove, or I don't know. We prefer to give them the freedom. So when they would like to unstake, they can do it with a click of the finger. Yeah, and if they they like to continue, they can continue. So I think it's really a really nice idea to have this as a DeFi project, to have this flexibility and the freedom uh, to everyone, because um, the important to us is people to use it, people uh, to order the car, to have as much users as possible, and with this we can grow in time our database, which is one of the most important thing in life, is to go with a huge community, huge users that have a nice experience with their product. So definitely the staking system is one of our must. And later on, we are going to see other unlock futures that can allow our product to be even better in ranks. And why not? Uh, who knows? Probably in the future we can give as well to crypto.com a nice feedback, and they can took it some ideas from us as well, because with time I think we are just like the wine. When the time goes, we become even better because we are learning, we accumulate experience, and by having Alvey Chain, our baby, with us for 2 years almost, I think we got a lot of experience along the way, and we know how to redirect that in Balin, but as well on Alvey. So definitely, I'm looking forward to see the first who's going to issue the credit card. We're going with some nice rewards. So looking forward, because we are really, really excited about that.
Again, I'm excited to see how you guys are able to kind of grow it out. Now, how do you guys like as a brand market this, right? Because anytime people hear decentralized or banking and finance, like it's just you want to make sure like it's done in a way that you're not going to get looked at too hard by any of these governing bodies, right? So like, what are some of the steps that you guys are doing to ensure, like, you're obviously um like kind of doing the right things, like checking the right boxes, but not necessarily going like the full accreditation or regulated route?
Yeah, this is a really good question, Maurice, because when you go big and you are getting bigger as an entity, as a product, as a project, as you guys name it, as a an app. Yeah, we can see the exam, so many examples. What we are going to do, just marketing the product with ads wherever we can, put the ads on. And a nice tool is actually the user itself that got and he can participate itself in a reward system by having the credit card, and then he can pay whatever he likes. He can do a small video as well and post it on TikTok. I think TikTok is one of the largest uh, platform that is really undervalued regarding the marketing that is around it, and has a nice impact for people from outside to join. Definitely, there are payments, huge payments on the ads. Yeah, because we paid last year on Etherscan a banner. I don't want to say the price, but was crazy. A lot of influencers that can help us out to push the product on, and our target is only to grow the users. So we can do with influencers a lot of giveaway. They can post it. We can pay them. I mean, endless endless ways of doing marketing about and around our banking system. but what I'm focusing right now my attention, because I saw a lot of people are using different companies of PR companies, and in crypto there are a few. So we're still looking for a good one that actually they can promote and strategically make this experience even better for people to join in. Again, we are looking forward for users outside the crypto space as well to join. Um, and I think a bigger company it's a better choice than I don't know, pay a group that they will say, hey guys, the credit cards from Balin are on, just order it. I don't think we'll have the same effect as a big company is actually targeting an amount of public, and is targeting as well people that are willing to start as a test at first. Uh, yeah, the budget regarding the marketing it's quite wide open on our side. We have this experience from Alvey. We know how much things cost, so we are ready and we are prepared to pay everything to make this product a success. And um, the right people are the ones that um, actually are using this, and as I said, they are posting this themselves, even on TikTok. I think TikTok has a huge power of spreading the word right now, and we are keeping these things simple on our side, just to make sure that we are not going to break any laws. And as Zypto is going uh, 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 to be behind us and to say to us exactly what to do step by step, we will know directly that this is good, this is bad, and what we should do, what we shouldn't do. So I think regarding the laws, we are extremely uh, uh, working with kind of scare right now, because we saw, even I give you this example with TikTok, but let's see, TikTok, he was like in US court, and you know they did had a lot of issues, yeah, as a company that is used by USA. So I think on my side, we want to just stay away from it and try to promote whatever it's possible to not have issues. And probably later on, when we are big enough, we will have enough lawyers to take care if we are breaking the market on different countries that are most strictly. So first of all, we are focusing on this, yeah, and later on, definitely when we are going to grow, we are going to have a better approach with our lawyers.
Of that. I'm just kind of, I got, sorry, I'm just got my notes up here in the background. I'm just taking down some information. I was just kind of typing out some of the stuff that you were going through there. And yeah, no, that sounds really good. I mean, it is a tougher approach, you're right. Um, but I know you got like you've been in the space for a long time. I know kind of perseverance is a trait that you definitely have in having aces. So, I know you're gonna be there to keep kind of trying to push it and grow the partnerships, and that third party kind of leverage that you touched on right there as well could be really good to help you guys with the adoption and usage of the cards. So yeah, no, some good strategies and good thought process behind it. Now, the kind of cross chain side of the token, I did want to spend some time on potential timelines because I know you've hinted on it a few times on your Twitter. For anybody who's really spent some time checking out your history, there is the bridge. So what, we don't need official dates or timelines, but maybe ballpark it for us. When can people expect that to go live? Because that's going to also create some additional arbitrage opportunities, and maybe uh, people on the Sol side are waiting for this bridge to happen, and then you're going to see some volume start to come back through. So yeah, really curious on the bridge and exactly kind of how you guys are hoping that that helps to facilitate this.
Yeah. Well, right now on the bridge side, we are almost done. We are not going to announce a date, an official date, because um, we still need to test it a little bit just to make sure that it's perfect. And we are doing this because let's not forget, Alvey Chain has 0 incidents so far. So thanks to the God of all developers in the world, we didn't had any incidents. We are the safest so far. So we took our time to make sure that there's no bugs in the codes, that we don't have any threat over the contracts, over the bridges, and everything else that we build. It's first things first: security, safety, and user experience. So those two, security and safety, are the most important to us. And then the user experience, because we need to make sure that we don't have any exploits, we don't have any kind of small bugs, backdoors, because once you have this kind of things, um, I would say your project is done, is over. We don't want to have this happens to what we build and what we've done so far. So we are taking our time a little bit just to explore, to make sure that everything is perfect. When we are doing testing, normally the testing it's made with our own core team. Then we have an extra team. Then we have another team from contract checkers. Then we are asking Certic if they would like to test it. Then we have CryptoLink. This is another team, CryptoLink, that is really good on bridges, and they're helping out to test it. Once we know that everything is perfect, we are going to release it. So the arbitrage possibilities are extremely high right now on the bridge. So by seeing the market cap, I think it's like 3 times lower on Solana side, and I mean most of our holders are EVM traders, so they prefer to trade on our blockchain, and the bridge actually. If is going to be live today, it will have a huge impact over one side and another. I mean, people can buy on Solana side, and they will just go directly towards the bridge, and they can go out in Alvey. So what we are trying to do is to make sure that we are going to level up the same on the same side the coins. So we are going to bring in some market makers just to make sure that we are leveling up the two sides. And when they are going to start, we are going to see probably in one day, or even, I don't know, probably 2 days, the level will be the same. So after this is done, we are going to open the bridge for people, because we are multi-chain, and of course we are planning as well really soon to release Balin as well on base, because the whole idea of Balin is to attract as many users we can to use our products. So by going on other blockchains with potential users that can join and discover Balin and Alvey Chain, I think this strategy is really good, considering the fact that people are hyped on different blockchains. But again, my baby stays Alvey Chain. Solana side is for us part of exposure, and to bring in as much traders and much users we can, and to have a nice experience with our products. base will be the same, probably phantom in the I don't know, in few months, 1 year, who knows. So we are chasing to see how we can build this monster from ground up and to have a positive impact over as many chains, I mean, valuable chains we can to touch uh, with these products, something that other chain doesn't have. So this kind of banking system, there is no on Solana. I didn't saw it on Solana. We didn't saw this banking system with artificial intelligence integrated or credit cards on Binance Smart Chain. And obviously on Alvey Chain, we didn't saw it either. This is the first. And yeah, the idea is to make sure that we are creating wealth for everyone at the low risks possible. So when we are opening the bridge, we are going to make sure again that the level is perfect and the arbitrage will not be that high, because if the arbitrage is high, we are going to see, a huge fluctuations on the both sides. So it's really easy to level up at this point. So I think it's a nice way to start probably in the following hours, the market makers, and then to make sure that we are opening the bridge.
Amazing. No, I mean that's an exciting time, right? It the fact that you guys did decide to go live on your own chain. I mean, you want to be able to show that that usage, that value, like within Alvey. So yeah, just really good stuff. And then once the bridge goes live, yeah, just making sure that everything's kind of mitigated, and any potential uh arbitrage opportunities are kind of handled. And yeah, I mean, typically those windows only last for a very, very small period, and then it's kind of back to business as usual. So oftentimes, I know you're very cognizant of the fact that it's upcoming. It's not going to have too much of an impact. It's just you're still something you need to be making sure you're planning for. But yeah, like the branding as well. We didn't really go into that. I know you touched on a bit on like the inspirations from the characters from Lord of the Rings series, with with your mascot or your design. But I did want to go into like the lore of like Alvey a little bit, and maybe get some updates on, Alvey and how the like the branding, and more so like the character design, the elvish um like correlation between this and Balin and Alvey. I did want to spend a little bit time kind of going into the history and why you guys decided to go this route. And then, if you can hit us with some updates on Alvey on the back half, that would also be very much appreciated, because some deep ties here. I'm still holding my bag from the fair launch, so I don't really sell stuff in general. So yeah, definitely good to get some update.
Oh, that's lovely. Nice to hear it. Thank you, Maurice. Well, um, the correlation between Alvey and the whole Elvish system is actually stays in the name. Alvey means in old Germanic language, a noble friend, as an Elvish. So, as many of you knows, well, we are geeks. I mean, this is who we are. We are geeks. We are in front of our PC. We are working. When we are going out, sometimes we are dressing as elves. Uh, I mean, we do like some interaction with people, but sometimes we don't. And we are huge fans of Lord of the Rings, of the elves, about what they represent. The elves in Lord of the Rings, they do represent a huge community with a strong bonding between them. So this we wanted to create with Alvey Chain, and we have our community of elves. We saw at our event that was in London in December. We saw members of our team. Our team that was presented there. We saw members of our community. Sorry. Dressed as elves. Yeah, I do have a gift from a member of our community that he write me something in Elvish. Yeah, some nice poetry with I love that. Um, and was really touching to see other elves. Yeah, but we are doing a lot of Comic Con. Yeah, we're going to a lot of this type of meetings. Yeah, we had one. I think it was in August last year in London, one of the biggest one. Um, uh, and the idea of comes the idea of the background of the elves. The elves are actually the protective a species that is actually protecting the Middle Earth. Yeah, and we are kind of considering ourselves like this with our community and new people that are joining. So we built this project by having this team because um, of course we are huge fans, and on the other hand, we thought that we needed um, something that comes from another world. So we thought that Balin, yeah, is one of the missing pieces of the elves ecosystem, because we needed someone who was going to craft actually diamonds for the elves. So at this point, we took Balin. We actually built Balin Bank. Yeah, because Balin Bank, as a banker, he was a lord inside the Lord of the Rings story. Yeah, who actually is dying in a huge battle, and um, you can see it in the movie. We try to remake Balin without having any copyright issues, and we actually uh, built this amazing concept with Balin that supports Alvey Chain ecosystem. And Balin is doing this in so many ways by filter people into Alvey Chain and let them discover the products we build, and as well bringing the people inside the bank where they can use their power of DFI and be able to show how decentralized finance looks like in a real life term. And as well, Balin is one of the concepts that attract users to use all the money that they are doing with our platform towards the credit cards that they would like to spend, or if they would like to link their account as well, their bank account, to our credit card account, to transfer crypto. So Balin is, as I said, is the one who is crafting diamonds for the elves. And I'm going directly for Alvey Chain plans for this year. So for Alvey, we have an exciting year. Um, at this point, we're looking more and more to attract big institutions and companies inside the blockchain itself. So for this, we do need a lot of gateways, and on our side, we need to reconsider the strategy that we had it last year. So at this point of view, we need to focus directly on the institutions, because the institutions are one that actually bring potential and that actually going to bring value inside an ecosystem beside the retail or beside our holders that we respect and we love, and so on and so on, beside our partners as well. So we need to level up with Alvey the things now, and we're going directly on institutions to make sure that we can provide them a nice position where they can use the chain. They can use the chain inside to track everything they do as an data information and as a data stockage. They can do that on our chain, or any kind of possibilities that the institutions and all the problems we can solve to a huge bank, or why not a telecommunication company, you guys name it. We are looking to provide services and to level up the strategy on Alvey. So definitely this year we are thinking big, and because people are asking, hey sir, when exchange? Well, I will tell them as well soon, because we don't want to give any opportunities for swap traders. Yeah, I mean, it's good for the volume, but still. But we have big plans for this year. This is the reason we're keeping a lot of things secret, because you know, when we are giving deadlines, most of the deadlines do have delays. So to not have delays on the deadlines, we prefer to keep it behind the closed doors and just post it. So this is the reason we are working on different sides of Alvey Chain products in different sides of the integration. One of the coolest ones is the idea of wormholes made by CryptoLink, one of our partners towards different blockchains with Alvey. So I think we can reach in that area as well different size of traders and builders that we can bring them in. A new hackathon is about to happen as well with Alvey, and we are preparing this because we have $50,000 for builders. So if you are a builders, you know how to build in a EVM ecosystem. Stay tuned with Alvey, because we're doing something really, really nice. Then this year in November, we're going to have an event of Alvey Chain and Balin all together in Dubai. So we do have a lot of things lined up, and a lot of cool partnerships, listings, and you guys name it. But our main target is to make sure that we reach a bigger market cap, because we need visibility at this point, and we are going to do whatever is necessary to have visibility on the top coin market projects, because we deserve that, our community deserves it, and I think what we are building, it's really, really cool. And this being said, we are like the biggest in the biggest terms. We are not that far, but we need the right path to start. So I think we can start with the right path by accepting big institutions inside. So when this is done, I believe that we're going to see a huge change in the positive way with Alvey and with Balin as well, because now we have the brother and the sister all together. We are working on the two lines. Yeah, we're in the front to fight on the two lines, the dwarfs and the elves. Yeah, Balin being the lord, the dwarf lord. Yeah, and Alvey, the beautiful princess of the elves. I can see that as a nice lined up. Yeah, to go towards the success.
Man, and I'm excited. I know, these kinds of things take time. There was a lot of excitement from your end when you guys were able to lock in that big meeting back in the day with JP Morgan in London. I think it was like December 8th, a while ago though. So yeah, no, it's really cool to see, things are still coming together. The timelines are kind of still moving forward. I know it takes time. Market conditions have been not the best since you launched in August of 2022, although maybe last 6 months, obviously much more positive sentiment across the space. But yeah, like, you guys have really been in there throughout the peak of the bear market, building, growing out your community, growing out the use case. And yeah, like, I mean, obviously the passion, uh, the lore with the elves and everything, like the storytelling, the narrative, it's cool. And you do really like that. For anybody who is maybe less familiar with the project, with Naur, like he was here in August of 2022 during his fair launch on Pink Sale. And it was pretty small raise actually, and ton of passion. He spent the entire 2+ hours on the VC on the mic and camera with his elf costume on, and again, we could really hear the energy and conviction he had when he was talking about things like the dark forest and whatnot. But I did want to, one of the last questions I wanted to get into was an update on the AR VR decks, because that was one of the things I was super bullish on with you back in 2022. Is just like, um to simplify for anyone, the ability to be able to pull up on your Apple Pro or something like that, a charting system, and be able to, rotate and change between charts in front of your eyes, on your AR headset is really cool. So I did just want to get a bit of a status update on kind of that, because for me that was one of the really outside the box pieces that impressed me back in the day.
Oh, I'm so happy that you had the same feeling as I did back in the day. Well, I'll give you some updates. The app was ready, and it's ready in APK, so people can use it. Um, uh, we did it. We did a nice test, and we did some rewards because we had some friends from Apple that gave us um, some iPhones, an iPad, MacBook Pro, and you guys name it, as rewards to our contest. So we did a trading contest in VR in London. That was last December when we had our event here. The app is ready. We are waiting to be live on Oculus. So we are trying for 1 month actually. We have, we have some issues on the payment policies on Oculus, because Oculus, they ask us to change the SDK, to change on their platform the payments. So because we are using cryptocurrencies, it's kind of not that easy as we expected with the Meta team. We are in strong talk with a developer from there, and he asked us what. He's telling us what we need to do. We ask him how we need to make it to make sure that is live. We have a link with the app. If you have your goggles at home, you can try it. And what we are waiting is actually to get live once and for all, because for 1 month we are like so excited, and my team is like, when is done? When is this? Hey guys, listen, I'm going to make a group. Let's talk with the developer to convince him to put the app on. But unfortunately, we need to go with the payment policies on Meta. So we need to respect those lines. And probably we are going to see it really soon. I hope this month is going to be up. We are doing everything they ask us. We have from them a lot of feedback. They give us feedback from the binary because we need to reduce the binary. Then we needed to add it to our website that we don't take any payments. So we did everything they asked us, and we are still working a little bit on the payment policies right now. So probably we are going to see it really soon. So fingers crossed. And if there is a meta developer in this chat listening to me, if you are going to see Alvex going through your testnet team, just push the button, okay, and let's go. Because for 1 month, I can't handle it anymore. But anyway, in this case, we're going to comply, yeah, without any joking. Yeah, the jokes outside. Well, we're going to comply with the payment policies. This is actually the only thing that we're working right now to make sure that it's perfect, and then we are ready to go. So probably you are going to see it really soon. I'm really excited about it when it will be when it will be up. I'm going to tag you and to let you know. But definitely we are waiting. I don't know, probably this week, next week, this month. I will hope so. This is my hopes.
Go. Let's go. Yeah, no, again, I really did. I think it was like 2.5 hours the first time we had you come by. I think I didn't even realize we're pushing up on 2 hours now. When we're on the mic together, time just seems to fly by there.
That's true.
I don't even know where the last 2 hours went. I thought it was like maybe an hour and a bit, and I'm like looking, it's like 3:15. I was like, holy cow, it's been 2 hours. Like, dang. I'm just reading through some of the questions from
Time
Vlad
flies. When we are
here,
passionate, we love
coordinator.
to discuss about it. Yeah, I did had a lot of updates as well for you and Caesar Calls community as well. So, but with pleasure, looking forward to come back to another amazing AMA with you guys, because I know that you are with us for a long time now, and I respect that you are hardworking, you are serious in everything you do, and this is the reason I'm working with the best people in the crypto, and not those kind of fake. You know, I don't want to get into that, but I'm 100% happy that finally 2 years ago I met some extraordinary people, hardworking and really smart as you guys. So your community, it's one of the best we had, and we know that are still with us for a long time. And I kindly would like to thank you all, and I respect you for the bottom of my heart. You guys rock.
You as well, man. And again, I'll drop you that Twitter announcement later today once it goes out for the utility showcase. But I can't wait to get you on X tomorrow with our partners over at CoinMerge just to update everybody. I'll have to let Funk know, maybe like it's typically like 5 minute kind of intro windows. I'll have to let Funk know just to maybe give you 10, because we'll kind of gear it 5 maybe towards Ballin, and have a couple minutes on the back half for some Alvey updates, just because you were the first project I ever bought to a coin merge space as my guest, and we're partnered with them, so would love to get you back in there for an update. But two quick questions if we could, Nor, just from the community. I was reading through some. These shouldn't take too long to answer, and they're pretty relevant in terms of the first one here from Aviator is on the topic of the P2P lending. Is there a maximum time frame that users have to pay back, or does it depend on the terms set by each individual lender? And are there any plans to add external security checks, such something like a Google Authenticator, etc.?
That's a really good question, Aviator. Yeah. So it depends on the user how much time he's going to set it up. I would kindly suggest everyone, if they would like to start to use the platform, to use the bank, they can start with small amounts, like, I don't know, $10 or something like that, or they can use it on the testnet as well if they would like to try it out. But depends on the user how much time is going to ask uh, uh, on his own. So it's about you. How long do you think you can do the payment back? Yeah. Don't forget the collateral. Yeah, you will use the collateral. You can use it. You cannot use it. Depends on you. So it's free of choice. And about the Google, I didn't understood well if it was around the I don't know the. Can you please repeat the last part, please?
Oh yeah, so if you guys have any plans to add in an external security check, something like a Google Authenticator was the last part.
Oh, the Google, yeah, definitely. For the Google, the two-factor authentication, that will be with the credit cards. Definitely, will have this back on the platform. The platform is open to everyone, so you just need to connect your wallet, and actually, you can use it directly. You can use it even now, so you don't need a two-factor authentication. But on the credit side, on the card side, definitely you will need two-factor authentication and your email, because we're going to use the email. Yeah, why? Is because this is the reason when we are going to do an update, you will know, and you will be back on track to see if we are going to list a new coin, if we are going to have something really cool to release. So definitely you will need a two-factor authentication, you will need a password, and as well your email. Thank you so much, Avito.
Perfect. And then the last question was, depending on the country that you're accessing or using it from, how does the protocol or backend like work with regards to taxes? This is from Karen. She was just curious, like if you are, utilizing the cards to purchase stuff, how can you essentially get the receipts and like use it for tax purposes? Let me get just based on country. Let me get the official
Yeah.
question read out. A lot of countries apply taxation on crypto to fiat conversions differently. How exactly are you going to handle the conversion and any tax implications when it comes to utilizing your protocol at Balin?
Yeah, really good question. So because we have a small percentage, I mean, small withdraw, yeah, about $5,000, which is actually nothing. The taxation goes directly with the company, with Zypto company that we are working with. So if you are going to link a credit card, yeah, Zypto actually is going to provide all the information to your bank. Yeah, if you are not going to use a linked credit card, so if you have your own and you will need to link it to our app to transfer, I would say, money from one site to another. Well, if you are going to do that, then every transfer you need to declare it yourself. You need to have an accountant, and you need the process. You know the process already. But if you are not going to use that and use this small payments of crypto at this small rate, you don't need to have any kind of taxation to declare. Zypto is declaring on their side because they are established in another country, which is tax free. So their company is actually with this policy. They know better how to handle it. On our side, we are taking their own services, rounding up, and provide the services to our clients. So if again you are going to use and link a credit card from a bank, then you have to declare your own crypto gains, and based on the crypto gains, based on transition from one side to another, you will have to pay your own taxes. If you don't declare, well, I would say nobody will do anything to you, depend on which country you are. But a time will come after years that someone will get after you. So I kindly suggest to everyone, if they are using crypto services, uh, doesn't matter where they are in the world, it doesn't matter which country, it's better to declare, just to make sure that doesn't have any kind of repercussions over the I mean, your life, or if you like to buy a house later on, and the bank will check you out back in time. Hey, listen, you will still have to pay some some taxes money. So it's better to declare yourself. This is the reason we keep small amounts of $5,000 on spendings. So we know that this margin of $5,000 will not affect anyone on the long run. But again, it's better to do it yourself. As I'm doing myself here in UK. I know it's painful, but it needs to be paid.
Percent. And the only other thing I kind of wanted to touch on, it kind of fit a little bit into the question. Um, the first question on the lending side, but it's just more so the positioning or the competition side of things, which again, I think it's really something smart to address, considering there are, other entities or platforms, protocols, however you want to classify them, that do exist within the decentralized space that offer lending, borrowing services. How do you guys scale up the brand, and what is the team's strategy when it comes to customer acquisition? Really interesting question, and again, something that's important in this type of sector. Customer acquisition is something not a lot of projects talk about in crypto, but if you talk about Web2 growth and scalability, that's how it's done, is customer acquisition. So yeah, really good question, Big Mac. Thanks for sending that one through.
A really good question indeed. Well, right now we're sitting at the beginning. Yeah, so everyone started from a point. Balin started from a point. Other platforms of lending and borrowing started from a point as well. On our side, we know what we built, that we linked different things in that are extremely unique. So on this side, I think we are staying at the point where we have a product that can offer more than just a lending and borrowing. Yeah, we're at the beginning, but other platforms, they already have their own lenders, yeah, their own borrowers. So we are getting after them. The best way is to go after them. So probably the most attractive in this competition is the small fees that we have. Multi-chain, by being multi-chain, I mean on Solana, on Alvey, on BNB side, and as well on base side. We are offering a large, by offering this large way of people to lend, to borrow, and eventually gamble on the market sentiment. It's actually which will bring a lot of people. What will bring again more people? It's the fact that we are not cocky. What I'm saying about that, what that means. We're actually we're giving a support to new projects that they would like to have this service on, and we can list those particular projects inside. So by giving them this opportunity, I think we can open the gates to a larger audience, that they can use different products inside inside our lending and borrowing, yeah, inside Balin Bank. So I think it's the access to everyone to use everything is the best way. If you are we are going to look back and see all the DFI lenders and borrowers out there that are using uh, more and more stables, a lot of I don't know known coins, yeah, that people are doing this type of um, um, uh, this type of banking, I would say. Well, we are using that, but in plus of it, we have something extremely new. So we are having the door open to other small projects that can have this type of services. So the idea is to bring in new projects, new communities that can have the access of Balin Bank, and thus the access of the credit cards, of the artificial intelligence. So we have cool products that and new products that others that doesn't have, and cool in another approach. So we do have another approach where people can use. I don't know. I'll give you an example. Let's say. Uh, Weave cat or slurf or I don't know a meme coin to be borrowed and to be lent. You know, other type of lenders and borrowers they don't have this. So we have this type of services. We can open the gates to their communities to join and lend and borrow. So from here you can see the where we want to go and what is our target. It's all about having new people and to redirect them inside Balin Bank to use our services. Doesn't matter the community if it has probably I don't know 100 people as members. That for us means 100 users. Of course, we are looking to make sure that they have liquidity, that their own coins are locked or burned. So we do have our research behind the closed scenes. But what I'm trying to say to us, everyone is important. For other lenders and borrowers, well, if you are not in top 10, your coin is not there. Well, on our side, we're going to list, doesn't matter if it's top on 1,000, well, it's going to be there to have access, to let the access go towards members of the community, and to have access to products as cool as a credit card, and access to knowledge as our artificial intelligence.
Perfect. No, I think from my end, from like what I've seen from Vlad's questions and just like the overall discussion level. I know it's a lot of information, guys, to digest, and like we kind of go sometimes from topic to topic, but like you can just tell like it's been a long time coming. It's tough to really get everything out in a short time frame with this, and it's been I don't know what it's been longer than 18 months, almost 20 months now since we had them on the first time. So yeah, it's been quite a while, and um no, I'm just excited to see what the future looks like. I know there's you know, you're gonna have to take some time, really understand how you can get involved. Like if you are holding, understand like once these additional value adds get rolled out, if you need to go back through, I know they're very supportive. They'll be able to have, I'm assuming like help and tutorials that you guys can follow through to make sure you're comfortable using everything. But yeah, no, again, we've worked with Naur back to August 2022. The Alvey fair launch did some great numbers, and it's still holding very well. I think, we started working with you around on launch 250, 300K, I think it was, after all said and done. So you guys are still holding quite well from there, and it's just, seeing this next side of the business go live and starting to scale is definitely exciting. So um yeah, no, again, like just really good stuff, some good question coverage. We covered a lot in the AMA. There's a lot of information. So I'm sure people will probably need to pop into the community, and if you didn't get your answers clarified, or if you need some additional details, just go in, ask directly, or that's probably the best option. I always say, go in, tune into the community, and really just be able to hang out there. But yeah, just overall, it's probably around 2 hours on the AMA. A lot of information to digest. The AMA will be uploaded to the YouTube probably by end of day tomorrow. And then again, we have our space. Just got the announcement from A1 for the utility showcase that it's live. So I'll send that over to you, Naur. And if you want to just quote tweet that you'll be coming by tomorrow, that would be terrific. And yeah, from there,
Count me
just
in,
the first
Maurice.
of yeah, just the
Count
first
me
of many
in.
updates, hopefully, about
That's lovely. Listen, I really, like I said from the beginning, guys, I appreciate and respect you, and I mean all Caesar Coles followers. I know that you guys are really, really smart, really good, and are the ones that actually gave me a lot of feedback back in the day when I had the first AMA here. And you guys know that what we are building, we just want to make crypto a better place. So to make it more, to have a better access to everyone. And I think we are on the good path. Again, we are holding very well after a bear market. Now, some kind of bull run. We are still doing good, and it was with the help of some amazing people, as Maurice, as Caesar, as Buck as well, and guys doing the best job. Follow those people, because those three people are really helping normal people, because we consider ourselves veterans, yeah, who are more than 2 years in crypto, but they're helping newcomers to understand better the crypto space. So you guys rock very hard. Thank you so much again, Maurice, and everyone here. Thank you. You guys rock. Thank you. Thank you so much. And see you tomorrow on Twitter. And by the way, if you don't cut me out, I'm going to talk again, and probably another 2 hours will pass by. So
Yeah, I'm the same. I always say like bye. I feel like I say bye 8 different times when I'm
yeah.
closing out my AMAs. So don't worry. I think that's just we're probably cut from the same cloth on that side. It's tough for us to get off the mic. I feel you. I'm right beside you on that one. But Vlad, really appreciate all your help here as well, on the back end, collecting some of those questions. A lot of info, and I find sometimes they're really info heavy ones. People are just listening, they'll digest it, and you really want to get in and do that follow up afterwards. So, as I said earlier, take the time if you haven't yet to check out the Alvey and Balin community. Just, a lot of time spent. I mean, personally, I think I even have admin rights in there still from way back in the day. Um, so yeah, like you guys check it out. I mean, we're gonna have Nora on the space tomorrow. It's at same time, 5 p.m. UTC, 1 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys are setting your reminders there. Looks like we have a pretty solid room lined up. I'm just looking at the announcement now. It says some of the usual suspects, but then I think we have one or two new faces on the panel. So that's awesome.
That's lovely. Thank you so much for your time, your community time. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow on Twitter. Yeah. Uh, and again, was an amazing pleasure to be here again. That's lovely. Thank you so much. God bless everyone. And yeah, have a great day ahead. Thank you.